HBO renews The Deuce for third and final season. So this article is from Hollywood Reporter, and like I said, I'm sure you can find this, on a lot of news sources, but this is the one I found. Okay. So, HBO renews The Deuce for third and final season. So, this was pretty big news for me. As kind of I would call myself a fan of The Deuce, I guess. I have done reviews for The Deuce season 1, complete season 1, 8 episodes. You go check those out on the channel. And I've also done the first 2 episodes of season 2 so far, and I will be doing the whole season 2. So if you're a big fan of The Deuce, the series on HBO, check those out. Check out those reviews. And I did add a video card to this one, so you should be able to go in and click on that and click on the playlist for my season 2 reviews. Hopefully it worked. I'm not too familiar with it yet, but anyways, so let's get into this, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. The Deuce has been renewed for a final season. The HBO drama, back for its sophomore run only a week ago, will conclude with a third season expected sometime in 2019. David Simon tweeted Thursday. So this is now his tweet. So essentially, they're being renewed for another season, but it is going to be their last one, right? So that's kind of what they're saying here, and of course it will be coming in 2019. I suspect September 2019. That's when the other 2 seasons have come out. And yeah, so here is David Simon's tweet. I thought I'd show you guys just to get a little bit more background. So this is his tweet. Okay. David Simon, we're always conjuring the last scene before we write the first. So much the better when we work for people who allow us to consistently plan, arc, and execute as intended. Thanks at HBO for the third and final season renewal and the chance for #The Deuce to tell its full story. So then he also posts a little picture there with the cast members, which is kind of nice. So I do like following David Simon as well with some of these tweets he posts about the Deuce and all this stuff. So definitely I suggest you follow him. And this is a picture from the article here. So anyways, guys, so that is his tweet that he did go with on Twitter. I think that was, Thursday. Thursday he tweeted that. So anyways, and so that's what he says. So that's, pretty nice words there. And it does definitely speak to his kind of partnership and his agreement with HBO and them kind of, letting him, have that creative freedom a little bit and giving him kind of what he wants in a way, right? And so, so then we get, the news comes as little surprise. Since the show's premiere, David Simon and George Pelecanos and the cast have that it was intended for just 3 seasons, right? Pelecanos and the cast have that it was intended for just 3 seasons, and so they only ever planned this for 3 seasons, right? So this isn't a big surprise. The only sticky point with the critically acclaimed series, however, is said to have been the episode count, which is clocking in at just 8 per season. And so maybe there's a little bit of, kind of push and pull here between HBO and David Simon in, the amount of episodes. So maybe David Simon wants more, or maybe HBO wants more. We're not totally sure which side is on this is taking which side, right? We're not sure if HBO wants more or David Simon wants more, but I would think it might be HBO who wants more, and David Simon's kind of saying, no, the story is only going to fit in 8 per season, right? So that's what's happening now, and we'll see how many episodes season 3 has. I think we're only at 8 for season 2 as well, and so for season 3, I'm not sure. I'm gonna, I'm looking forward to see how much. I'm thinking that they might even do a 10-episode season. Again, though, I'm not sure. So, anyways, we'll have to see. Each season is set in a slightly different time period for New York, with the first picking up in 1971, the second, current season, in 1977, and the third season planned for the early 1980s, exploring, this is a per HBO quote, the rough and tumble world that existed there until the rise of HIV, the violence of the cocaine epidemic, and the renewed real estate market all ended the body turbulence. So that is what season 3 is going to be exploring. It's actually pretty neat that we're already getting a description for season 3 when season 2 is still on. So that is pretty impressive that David Simon and George Pelecanos have planned it out that well that they know exactly what that season 3 is going to be tackling and where they're going to go with it. So that just gives me confidence in the series as well as a viewer, to be honest. So anyways, the current season airs on Sundays through October on HBO. So yeah, so I'll be checking out the rest of season 2. I'm honestly I feel like season 2 so far has been very good in the first 2 episodes. Thought the premiere was a great premiere episode, and episode 2 is a very good episode. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll have to see how many episodes season 3 has, and I'm sure that we'll learn more about season 3 as the end of season 2, comes, and so yeah, but I'm just really impressed that they already have a description of sorts for season 3. That's pretty big. So, anyways, guys, the Deuce has been renewed for a final and third season. And now, so we do get confirmation here. So the first season was 71, second in 1977. So there's 6 years in between those. And then we get about, I'm guessing, 3 to 5 years in between season 2 and season 3. And I'm guessing that there's going to be a couple characters who don't come back for season 3, because season 2, I'm essentially every character from season 1 has come back, except for maybe a couple of the characters, right? So I'm guessing maybe season 3 might see a little bit of a shift in that we don't see all the characters come back. But anyways, we'll have to see. I'm looking forward to season 3, but I'm looking forward first to the rest of season 2. Let's see how it turns out, and let's see how David Simon, George Pelicanos, plan it out here with the rest of season 2. So if you're a fan of the Deuce, I think this is awesome news, that we're getting a season 3 and that it will be the final season. And there is something to say about that as well, that they kind of know when to end, right? People have been really happy with Mr. Robot in kind of, choosing to end in season 4 instead of, taking it out of their hands, right? And giving it to USA Network, deciding when to cancel them instead, right? So they're kind of like, okay, we got to stop season 4. Everybody praised Breaking Bad, of course, for knowing when to end, and that was, perfection the way they did that. And so I think that is, worth noting, right, for this show, that they know where to end too. And I think it's going to be a good ending at that for sure. So